This is just an overview of Zippy project and copying across and related components around user and user profile. So the idea of Zippy project is to speed up development, to make it easier for you to create your own libraries, use other people's libraries, purchase libraries of all different components and mix and match. But the main powerhouse really is not to be used on their own, but used as a collection. So for example, I'm going to subscribe to the user and user profile library, an example library from Zippy project. And what you'll see is you'll see a number of components that we can use. So we can use a user role, which is a data type. We can use user profile, account, which are all data types. And then we can then use an element with a workflow, and this is what we have within the available library. So you've got a bit of help. So if you want to watch how to, install the actual components step by step, and there's a step-by-step guide as well. So I'm just going to close that. So I'm going to start off by copying the user role. Now this particular one is an option set, so we should have a label for that really. So we're going to copy that across, and then I'm going to right click, paste type. So there I've added my user role. It's got a basic admin and its basic default. I'll just get rid of my test a second. When you're copying across and pasting, you need to kind of put a dummy option set for the available menu to come up. And then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go to my user profile, which is a database type, which I can see from the screenshot, but we'll have the labels there as well. And then I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste type. Now what you've noticed is that it's got privacy rules applied. We've copied that across, so we've got basic default, which is just current user logged in. And then further to that, you'll see that it's picked up the related user, so we're starting to build out our database. And at the same time, it's also picked up the user role in our option sets. Now this works really, really well if you're first time adding the actual data types. If you decide to delete a data type and re-add a data type, it'll be not recognized, it'll be recognized as a different data type. So I would recommend you use these, the first time that you copy paste, or just bear that in mind. So I'm going to copy now my account, and I'm going to paste type, and then again my account as in order is now connected to the related user profile. So as you can see, we're just building out a database with no issues that have come up. So then I've got my element with a workflow, so it's a user profile table, so that's going to be for my UI. So I'm going to go to the index, which is already set to the new responsive bubble engine. I'm going to right click, and because it's an element with a workflow, I'm going to paste with workflows. Now I get my first issue. That's because this particular component connects to another component that's not yet on the page. So we have to manually fix that, but what we first do is add the next component that it relates to. So I'm going to copy, I'm going to scroll down, paste with workflows, and then I'm going to go to my issue. And as you can see, it shows not possible because it doesn't know which pop-up or which thing it's connected to, and I'm going to connect that. And what we have now, if I decide to preview it, as long as I've got privacy settings on, so in this case I'm just going to turn them off for the example. So let's just allow everyone to view all the data, which is dangerous, so this is just for the example. And then I'll be able to then preview. So let's preview my creation. And then you see obviously the table with a form. So I'm just going to put my name, my email into the account. I'm going to select my user role, and I'm going to add. And then as you can see, it's then added to the application. And then you can obviously adjust the size to suit, but majority of the libraries that we will be releasing will be pixel perfect. But this is a really just good example of using things, all the components in pieces. The idea is you can put your databases together, you can be able to put in, you can go into even further, mix and match. So if I wanted to go one step further and say I wanted to say useful option sets, and I want months, so I just copy this across, go to my option set, right click, paste type, and now I've got my months within the actual application. So we're trying to speed up bubble development. I hope you like. If you've got any questions, just please feel free to reach out on the forum or drop myself an email.